And we are back.
Yeah, we're back.
We are back.
And I sound better.
I know. We all sound very good. It's going to be a good show there, Puto.
Yeah, why not? We're awake. Why not?
So we have exciting news. We've been doing this. This is our it's going to be our sixth show.
Six, yes.
Yeah, week 5, not including inauguration. So this is
right.
Week 5 show. 6 shows in. We finally figured some things out. I know we sound a whole lot better today.
I don't sound like I'm in the back door.
No. You sound like you take it in the back door, not that you're in the back door.
Actually, it sounded like I come through on Skype, and thank you for that.
So we've had the format for a while. Had this fancy equipment that I'm just finally learning how to use, and
we're a long way from knowing how to use it.
Yeah, I said just learning, still just learning. But we've decided on some things.
We've named the show.
We have a name for the show. We have a name for the show. Since Trump, this is the dawning of a new era, and
for better or worse.
Yeah, for better or worse, brother. That's right. It is what it is, and we'll continue to report the news. And
here's how we came up with that. We knew we wanted to do the news, but what just kind of happened is our first recording was on Inauguration Day. So here we are. We're going to do the news. What else are we going to talk about? So it was kind of like a fate thing that happened because it just happened to work out that way. And we struggled figuring out the names of the show. We hadn't really figured out the artwork yet. Still working on that.
Yeah, we're still working on some things. Things are progressing, and I felt like every show so far we've gotten better at doing the show.
I get good feedback from the dozen listeners that we do have.
Our tens and tens of listeners.
Tens and tens.
And so we went with Since Trump. It, like we said, dawning of new era.
And it's a play on words.
And it is, and it's
because I really don't have any affiliation one way or the other. It is what it is.
That's right, for better or worse, like you said. So we've set up the syndication. We are in the process of getting listed on iTunes, which will by default put us on a dozen other podcast sites. Syndication is through Libsyn, so you can check that out at sincetrump.libsyn.com. And we also have an email address. Feel free to email us. That would be Puto and G at gmail.com.
Puto.
Yeah.
I got to give the history on that. You want me to go ahead and give how I got my name?
If you want to.
My work site has a work truck. It's a dusty, just old crap truck. My day shift driver, let's call him Juan. He gets aggravated with me sometime. Well, the old dusty truck there, he took his finger and he wrote Chris Puto with his finger. Well, it's been there for years. I never thought anything about it. Well, G here finds it. He climbs up in my truck. He finds it. Well, it was on from then.
Yeah.
I was just Puto. And
but I appreciate you embracing your puto-ness.
But looking at it is too funny because what this asshole has done.
I'm the asshole, by the way.
He
not one.
He took clear coat and clear coated over this so that it dies with the truck.
Yeah.
I'm like immortal in a way.
Yeah.
So I ended up being Puto.
Yeah.
But for the damn longest time, he'd come into work and he'd say, "Hey, Puto," and I was like, "What in the fuck? What are you talking about?" Que paso, güey? So,
yeah, that's funny.
I got used to it, and then it took me a while. Then he took a picture of this Chris Puto and sent it to my message, and all of a sudden, everything came perfectly clear. I'm fucking Puto.
You are Puto. You are Puto.
Puto Blanco.
Puto Blanco. That's right. That's right. You are Puto. For better or worse, you are Puto.
I don't want to make a habit of this, but I do want to do something. I changed the brakes on my car today. And
you don't want to make a habit of changing brakes on your car?
No, but it sucked. Between the pollen count and the dust count coming out of the wheel that had gone bad, I may sniffle my way through this show, so you may have some post-production to do.
I always have a lot of post-production to do. I edit out as much as I can.
Anyway, I went to go pick up the part. Of course, I get home, it's the wrong part. Well, sent producer Ann back to the parts store, and not only did they exchange them, but they upgraded them to like the ultimate lifetime top of the line shit, right?
Fancy. Your
So
little
I'm-
soccer mom band there be rocking.
Yeah, all 18 horsepower.
Downhill.
And I mean, I'd like to give a shout out to the guys up there at Advance Auto in Cornelia. Y'all did me a solid, and when I called you today, I hope you guys listen to this, because I mean, that little lady that you got out there who's doing the diagnostics and changing out the batteries while you guys are in there handing out the wrong part, she outworks you fuckers. She makes y'all look bad. That chick knows what she's doing. I wish I had her name. But anyway, shout out to Cornelia. Go up there and see the guys at the Advance Auto in Cornelia. They did me good. Now,
Awesome.
You go ahead from where you need. One more thing, and this is kind of local too.
Oh, Jesus.
On the pole for the Daytona 500 is Dawsonville's Chase Elliott.
Oh.
Ha ha!
We'll chalk that right up there next to I don't give a fuck. Oh, they're making a left turn. Another left turn.
Dale
It's
Jr.
fucking
starts second.
NASCAR.
Denny Hamlin third. Jamie McMurray. He run a good race last night.
And you think he's
Starting
reading this
fourth.
off of something. He knows
And,
this shit.
Kevin Harvick starting fifth.
Yeah, he knows this shit. He
I
knows
know the
this
truck
shit.
race tonight was a crash fest. They had a good one right there at the last
That's the only
lap.
reason I watch NASCAR.
Well, I understand that. I understand
It's the
that.
same reason I watch football when I watch it. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. We're already way longer into it than I expected. First story is going to be a local story.
Hey, but we stayed on task.
No, we haven't.
We didn't get
No.
scattered too bad.
We're already scattered.
I mean, except for that
Scattered,
NASCAR
smothered,
thing.
and covered. Just how I like my hash browns.
Good.
So the first story local is out of Atlanta. You know, was it last week, 2 weeks ago? We talked about the
Yes.
corruption.
Yeah, the corruption that's happening at
the two
Atlanta's mayor office.
right, and so the two contractors that got arrested for bribing officials, pay to play.
1.2 mil and something like 900,000.
No, I thought the other one was like 10 million something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, he might have got paid 900,000.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
So, in an interesting turn of events this week, the FBI seized the computers of the chief procurement officer, which is the guy in charge of all those contracts.
Out of the mayor's office.
That's shocking, isn't it?
Ah, fuck you. You're going away, dude.
Adam Smith is his name.
Oh, that's sweet.
He's apparently been in charge of billions
Go
of
away.
dollars worth of contracts over his tenure. That's been 14 years now. So he's a Shirley Franklin old school kind of guy.
This
Apparently,
didn't
he was
happen when we had Andrew.
really good. So they
Yes. Let's take down the mayor's office. That'd
he
be
was
fun.
he was fired, and then a couple hours later, his computers were seized by the FBI.
Is this the guy who was taken out in handcuffs?
That would be him.
Oh, really? That was an exciting
yeah.
shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perp
that was
walked.
exciting. Yes.
Perp walked.
Oh.
So corruption is live and well in the liberal world.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Hey,
Atlanta's
they are
right
what they
there
are,
with
you
Detroit and Chicago.
Yeah,
Who, good for
Chirac.
Chicago. I mean, they're right at 100 murders for the year already. So I mean, keep going. I mean, with all the shooting that you do, there's a whole lot of missing that happens.
Well, it's because they turn it sideways. They don't practice
Oh,
proper
that's right.
gun control. You know. I mean, They have all
Yeah.
that other gun control, but they don't hold the gun right.
Yeah.
Because, in the gangster world, you turn it sideways, it's a kill shot. You know, that's the way they hold it. So,
It's kind of like you're throwing the bullets.
yeah,
out
you
a
might
little
as well. You've got a
faster.
better
Yeah.
chance of hitting them
Okay.
that way.
Probably not Second
Yeah.
Amendment people. What do you think? That works
Probably
everywhere it's tried, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, if you just outlaw the guns,
Yeah.
they'll just lay down their guns and walk away. Of
Yeah.
course.
Sticks and rocks. would be
Yeah.
next. Be like London.
Oh.
But I mean, my hat's off to you, Chicago. Keep it up.
Yeah, keep it up. Trump's gonna come in there and clean your ass up. National
it's
Guard.
got to happen.
National Guard.
it's the
Get
only
it
way
done.
Yeah.
Get it done. All right. What else we got? State.
State. I'm good with the state. I think we're good with the state.
We-
Would like to the Fukushima.
Okay.
All right.
we skipping national already?
Yeah, we gotta get
shit.
to the
Oh, God.
liberal side here. Initially, it was believed that we were putting out 74, what is that word? Sieverts of radiation through the hole in the plant there. Turns out we're releasing 500 sieverts per hour.
Per hour?
Per hour.
That sounds
Dangerous.
excessive.
Yes, I think it's going to be a mess. They have
Going to be a
nuked
mess?
7 robots that they've sent down in there. They can't survive the sieverts. They get too hot and their robots are melting before they actually hit the area where they need to see. This is a bad deal.
Wow.
This is bad. They're releasing radiation at a crazy pace, and it's right there on the Pacific Ocean. The trash flow still hasn't reached our shores yet. That is walking across the ocean floor as we speak. Not to mention that radiation on that water is coming. That side of the planet.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, California. I mean, you're getting what you asked for.
I wish it was easy to just let them secede from the union and go do their own thing and all that. If they're so unhappy, they can just fucking go. That whole side can just fall off. One giant. You've seen the movie San Andreas with The Rock. One massive earthquake. Bam. Gone.
Well, I mean,
off into the water.
Having all that water rest in San Jose is probably not. I'm not saying that the fault line is not filling with water. You know, I would assume that it probably is.
Probably.
Which would make me pretty nervous if I was standing there. Liquefaction, as they call it. But that's something that people need to start paying attention to. This Fukushima thing is for real. This is a lot worse than Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island. This deal, I mean, it was an earthquake that did it, and Mother Nature opened up and said, give me your radiation, and what the fuck are you going to do about it?
You want my radiation? Take my radiation.
So, you know about these riots that's happening out there in California? The latest cop deal, the off-duty officer.
Oh, the Hispanic officer that got into some type of altercation with some teenagers?
I think the teenagers were Hispanic.
Okay, there was Hispanic in it one way or the
13
other.
and 15.
Yeah.
I watched the video, and I mean, what you've raised in here is, I mean, what sparked it is that these kids walk through this guy's yard on a regular basis. He's asked them to stay on the damn sidewalk.
Get off my lawn.
And the fuckers, they just refuse. You know, they continue to taunt him and shit, and they know he's a cop. And, you know, it comes to an issue. And a shot was fired in the vicinity of all these kids. But this dude had already been pushed to his hedges, dragged through the hedges, and then another kid took a shot at him.
Oh, the other kid, there was another kid took a shot.
Yes, there was a 15-year-old that took a swing, and that's when the gun came out. The dude just kind of wrestled him. And I mean, this wasn't a short altercation. This dude had his hands on that 13-year-old for a good minute and a half.
Should have just whipped his ass and been done with it. He's only.
But that's, you know, I'm sure that was the intent.
I know, but had the parents been whooping his ass, I don't know, 8 years or so ago, he wouldn't be this fucking way. Or less chance.
He's entitled. He's entitled to work in anybody's yard he wants to. I mean, it's an entitlement.
He's entitled to get shot at. He's entitled to get his ass whooped.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Let's talk about entitlement. There you go.
Quote, protest popping up in Anaheim.
Fuck them and their protest.
You know, people making $1,500 a day as professional protesters, dude. This is fun.
Which is about what I make in a week, so that's
it's not a bad deal.
I'm in the wrong fucking
if you don't
line
mind being a shitbag, I mean, the chances of you being arrested are pretty slim. You can go out there and raise fucking hell for what? You know, for $1,500 a day. Hell yeah, sounds like an awesome deal.
I'd do it for $1,500 a week.
Yeah. Hey, you know, out of those 100 murders in Chicago, you know what the clear rate for solved cases is right now?
Single digits?
5%.
Damn, I'm good.
I'm sorry. Oh, yes, 5.1%.
5.1%?
5.1%. That means that of the 100 murders that have happened in Chicago so far this year, 5 have been solved. That show the first 48.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They do a whole lot of chasing people before they find one.
But if there's only been 100, I'm not sure how we get the 0.1%. But go ahead. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No, okay. All right.
Is that like the nuclear family thing, the 2.3
children or whatever?
Fucked up is that
I went to the effort to write that. the way that I read it. So, I'm
that must have been a liberal fucking website you were looking at. That must have been a liberal website.
Where are these Jewish grave desecrations happening? Is it Missouri or is it Mississippi? Mike Pence had to go to.
I saw that.
Disgusting. I don't understand.
I saw him doing
this.
that, and I didn't understand why. I saw the news article about him helping to clean up a grave or bury something or bury someone, not something.
200 Jewish graves desecrated in a Jewish graveyard. And I mean, they're just taking and toppling headstones and all this mess. And wherever it was at, and I'm thinking it was Mississippi. Trump made comment of it, and
Jewish
and
people are pretty quick about burying their dead too, right?
They have to.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 24 hours.
It's a sacred thing. Maybe I guess that's the point. How shitty can I fucking be? It's like you jackasses have still got that goddamn KKK sign up there at that fucking place in Dawsonville. It keeps popping back up. I guess that's no accident.
I had somebody call me about that or text me about that just yesterday.
Fucking.
Like, why is there so much hate in Dahlonega? Dahlonaga's a beautiful little town. Awesome little town square.
They make good shine. Oh, they make good shine. And good race car drivers. Well, hell yeah. Shout out, boy.
If we
Chase, get that big trophy Sunday.
If we could get some consistent rain, we could get some consistent freaking moonshine.
Yeah. Can't make shine when you ain't got no running water.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
So, unfortunately, that was last summer was dry in this area, and I've never seen that happen. But so were the creeks.
I need my moonshine.
Anyway, people quit desecrating fucking graves. That's just... You're retarded. That's so... I don't understand that. That is so nauseating.
You're just retarded. That's just it.
Yeah,
and that's the bottom line.
How do you do that? It's nauseating. Hey, like that Marine Le Pen in France.
Refusing to wear a veil.
Oh.
Love that.
Yeah, that's a tough chick.
Yeah.
You dirty goat fuckers that are in France now.
Pack your shit, bitches.
If you think you're being rounded up in this country, wait till Marine Le Pen gets in office. You've got something to look forward to. Oh, in the EU, you're finished.
Oh,
yeah,
you're done.
So go ahead and start making up what kind of money you're going to change to, because it's fucking done.
They're back to the pound. Everybody will be back to their own thing. Italy go back to the lira.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 all that stuff. I saw something the other day about Japan, how they don't have the issues with Muslims and Sharia law and all that kind of stuff.
I'll bet.
They don't rent. You're not allowed to rent property if you're a Muslim. There's no
I wouldn't want to be a gaji in fucking Japan, dude. I wouldn't expect to not get my ass whooped if I was in fucking Japan.
It was fucking... Oh, man. Yeah, apparently there's all sorts of, Sharia law is not allowed. There's all sorts of stuff that's anti-Muslim. You don't hear any bitching about that.
I don't know if they would infill a place like Taiwan either. Right? Are you in Taiwan? Well, maybe. Because they've got all of, Malaysia? So, I mean, there's plenty of places where you fuckers can go. Leave, civilized countries alone. Just make it simple. Right? Maybe you guys are being wiped out down in the Philippines, too. Duarte, doing a good job. Keep wiping them motherfuckers out. Send them to their virgins.
Philippines got crazy crime and gangs and shit like that.
Oh, that president down there is cleaning that shit up, too.
I know, but I'm just saying he's got a long road.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not easy to island hop and take over large land masses from fucking shitbags. I do like that chick. And
her name, we talked about this earlier in the week. Her name reminds me a lot of Mike Pence. I didn't really put that together.
Yeah, you said it earlier.
Yeah, it's and she's being very Trump-like.
I always think of Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
Mon ami.
That's the way I have to remember it.
A couple of weeks ago, it might have been last week, we talked about Betsy DeVos, the new Secretary of Education.
Yeah. That story's kind of died.
And it has, because, he's getting everything he wants, and that's what we know is going to happen. And that's fine, like we said, for better or worse. But I said I didn't know any of her background, so I did some research on it. We'll keep it short
Okay,
because I know
okay.
we want to stay on track here.
That would be a first.
You're the one that needs to keep it short. You are short already, so it shouldn't be difficult for you. No, so I did some research. She is married to... Oh, what the hell is his... Richard. Richard DeVos is her husband, who's the former CEO of Amway, one of the biggest network marketing companies in the world. His father is the guy that started Amway.
Oh, how
money
sweet.
on top of money. Here's the rest of the story. Her brother, Eric Prince, I believe,
Okay.
is the founder of Blackwater, one of the biggest spec ops private security firms.
There's
in
a
the
whole
world.
lot of people that I read about who have, connections to Blackwater. It seems
Yeah.
like everybody.
Yeah.
So
well,
this guy, he knows his shit. Well, what the fuck does she need a job in education for anyway? Why would she even accept it? Why would you want it?
Well, he's
The
vowed,
whole education system needs to come apart anyway.
but he's vowed to dismantle it. So maybe she's
So
there
what's
to
the
just
point in taking the
assist.
fucking job?
Connections in that
Well, yeah,
world.
there's always that.
For the same reason Rex Tillerson took Secretary of State. Why not? It's not the money.
Well, no.
It's not the money.
He
So
seems
what
to
is
be
it?
doing okay.
So far, so good. But
Yeah, he's probably doing all right.
oh, this is funny. What did I see? I saw this earlier in the week. Everybody's impeached Trump and all that stuff, and the liberals are still
invoking the 25th Amendment. They're going to call him incompetent.
Yeah, well,
That's new. It's cool though.
they
I almost agree.
what are they going to do? They're going to impeach him? Then what? They're stuck with Mike Pence.
Mike Pence.
What are they going to do? Impeach him? Who are they stuck with then?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, eventually Hillary will get her turn. If everybody is fired, Hillary will get her turn.
If they impeach Mike Pence, they're stuck with Ryan,
Yeah.
Paul Ryan,
Right.
and then
I mean,
Rex Tillerson, and
I
then
don't see a weak link there. Now, during the last administration, I did
Everybody's a
have a
fucking
problem with Joe
Republican.
Biden. I mean, Lord knows I wanted Obama to live through the whole deal so that Biden never had to slide in that spot. Uncle Joe is creepy.
very.
He's a creepy dude. I've seen some pictures where he touches little children on the shoulders, and it's just inappropriate, dude. You're a creepy guy. Go
He's a dirty
lay
old
down
man.
somewhere.
The dirty old man.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Anyway, what else we got? What's going on?
How about what's going on over in Sweden? Are they rioting or are they not? I mean, the accusation is that Trump was following up on a Fox News report that says that the streets in Sweden are burning, and then the next morning your talking heads are screaming, "Well, that's a lie. That's not happening according to the Swedish fucking foreign ministry shit." And then the next afternoon there's live video of rioting in the streets in fucking Sweden. These folks they're going to accuse him of incompetence.
It's the media writing their own narrative, and it's all it's ever going to be. Have you heard the
CNN, you're done. By the way, you're
Have
done.
you heard?
Matter of fact, you may have been removed from the fucking inner circle. So
I hope so.
Good luck.
Have you heard NBC News's commercial that they've done? And they take a bunch of... If you haven't heard this shit, it's going to piss you off. They take a bunch of children and make them read things like, "I'm black and I'm scared that Trump is going to do something to hurt my family."
And this is
or
NBC.
NBC News.
This is great. Yeah, MSNBC. I don't even know what to say about you guys. Why you're still in existence is beyond me. It has to be like PBS because they have to be funded by somewhere other than their damn viewership. Because that Mathau chick, you're the most angry. Well, other than me, you're the most angry individual I have. I know talent when I see it. You've got the ability to be a fucking bitch. Rachel Maddow, hun, you scare me. Your anger, you're not fucking around. You're serious.
So what's the MS and MSNBC stand for? Maybe that'll help you get an idea of where the money comes
Microsoft.
from. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where the money comes from.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
that's where the money comes from. Just going to throw that out there.
All right.
Yeah, that was a partnership between Microsoft and General Electric's NBC at the time when that
That's
happened. Yeah, that's always good stuff. So,
Microsoft.
Of course.
There you
What else is Bill Gates going to do with all his liberal
I
fucking
don't know.
money?
I keep reading he's the damn Antichrist and that he's going to poison 1/10 of the population and all of this damn shit and inoculations and who knows anymore. Y'all put out so much goddamn shit.
Yeah, we can't tell we can't tell the fake news from the really fake news. It's getting pretty difficult around here.
It's not even. Yeah. I believe old Trump claimed it's not fake news anymore. It's very fake news.
Mm-hmm. Believe me.
This dude's got the balls of. You can hear his underwear clanking every time that somebody. That dude is for real. He don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's what's so great about him. I don't care. I had a conversation with a friend on Facebook the other day, and she's like, "Oh, all you Trump supporters, what do you think of now? Not very presidential." I'm like, "Look,
Dude.
I don't care if he's presidential or not. I care if he does what he says he's going to do.
Right.
I don't give a shit if he hurts somebody's feelings.
Yeah.
I don't care. You don't like it, don't listen.
Dude,
but
this
I'm
dude
not interested in
real.
4 more years of not my president, blah, blah, blah. Every time he makes a fucking comment, I don't give a shit. Shut it.
Just, let the dude do his job. Milo Yiannopoulos.
Is that how you say that last name?
Nope.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. Anyway.
Part of my
Milo, whatever.
I got the Milo part. I know I got that. He did a podcast a year ago. Got himself in the doghouse. He thanked Father Michael when he was 13 years old for giving him the ability to give the quality head job that he gives now.
Holy shit.
So Father Michael,
Jesus. Well,
hats
maybe
off to you.
Poor choice of words.
Good job.
Some
a couple weeks
strong
ago-
moral game there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, this whole child business, this is going to be something I stay on top of. This is the topic that irritates
You are far
me.
too interested in child pornography.
I
for my
hate it with a
liking.
flaming fucking passion.
Well, no, I hate
man.
it too. I do. I mean,
This is that bullshit. This is the shit that needs to be told. I mean, whatever we're doing, sacrificing these kids or whatever's going on in this world, don't fuck the kids. I mean, it seems to be pretty simple.
Right. The kids are getting theoretically fucked in so many other ways. Our
Ooh-wee.
national debt, the way we're leaving the earth for them in general. They're getting
Ability
fucked in
to
that way.
create
Let's
them
not
jobs.
literally fuck the children, please. You sick fucks.
Yeah, I mean, and this is like a pet peeve. Not a pet peeve. I fucking hate this shit.
Yeah, well, fortunately, most people in prisons hate this shit too, and they get to pay back the child abusers.
Somebody out there, I'm assuming the guys who did the podcast with him, they broke that this week, and he lost a $250,000 book deal.
That's a damn. I heard they canceled his book deal. That's a damn shame, by the way.
He does good pod. I think what the thing that's
He gives good pod.
yeah, he does give good. I've heard him on several shows, and I mean, he's way over the top when it comes to LBGT. We get that.
Hey.
But I also take him as being like satirical, so I really didn't even take it personal when he was talking about blowing Father Michael, because he admits himself that he was like overly sexed at, say, 10 years old as it was. So it was like
you
a
believe that
non-issue.
So you believe he's satire, but not the Inquirer and the Globe and all that kind of stuff.
I know that the Inquirer has never been sued for
It's because
claiming...
it's satire.
Gary Hart being caught on the damn boat with that chick was not satire, right?
It's considered just
He's the
because they
one who
occasionally
brought down John or they are
look.
the ones
Even
who
a
brought
blind
down John
squirrel
Edwards.
finds a nut occasionally. You know this from
I read
personal
the
experience.
Inquirer because of my hatred of fucking celebrities, right? Oh, and by the way, folks, if there's anything you should not watch this weekend, pay absolutely no attention to the self-aggrandizing goddamn Oscar awards.
Is it the Oscars this weekend?
Yeah, Sunday night.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
Luckily, we've got to work. I have a reason to miss this, not to mention I would disconnect my fucking TV if it accidentally came on. These folks, the things that they say, the things that they do, the claims that they make, why are you still here? Why? The wall's not up yet. Run, motherfucker, run. Go.
Every place they threaten
California's falling in the fucking ocean. Go, leave.
every place they threaten to go to has actual immigration laws that they enforce. They're not going anywhere.
Oh, that's great. So we're stuck with them.
We are.
Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, I get it. I understand why Trump used to make fun of you. You're an
She's
evil
a fat fucking slob.
Oh, and she treats her employees like shit.
I'm sure she does.
She's got a history of being a straight bitch.
I'm sure she does.
That fake ass shit she does with cutesy bootsy and all of this shit, hon, that's just fake.
There is only
fake.
one.
Go away.
There's only one thing that
Whoopi Goldberg. I'd love to see you gone. I'd take Oprah and Carol and whatever that other bitch is. Y'all all go. Whatever, just get gone and take that fucking Stedman with you.
That is what my neighbor has named two of the cats that are just like, local neighborhood outdoor cats.
Yeah.
One is Opie, short for Oprah, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know why you got to shorten Oprah.
Stray cat.
And the male is called Stedman.
Yeah. Who do you think has had longer since they've had sex? Oprah and Stedman or Bill and Hillary?
Well, Bill's getting plenty of sex, just not with Hillary.
Well, I mean, that's not the question. Who has a faker relationship? I mean, between the two.
Oh, I think Hillary and Bill have a faker relationship between the two.
Yeah. I'm glad to see you guys are going into retirement. That's fun. And your daughter,
I heard a
Chelsea,
story.
she'll never be Ivanka. She'll just never be there, so get used to that.
God, she looks like a fucking horse. That fucking mouth and...
Oh, that's not nice. You're not being sensitive to that.
I didn't say she was a
fucking
whore.
Bitch.
I said a horse.
Oh, I heard what you said.
Yeah.
I didn't miss it. Holy shit.
It may not be there, but yeah.
Because it's getting hot in here.
It's getting a little warm. I have that effect on people.
I'd turn that ceiling fan on, but I'm not real sure it had sound.
Yeah, I think you'd hear it like a rotor wash from a helicopter. Thump, 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 thump.
But this thing with Milo, he was also, with Breitbart for the longest time.
Right. Did he quit or did he get fired?
He stepped away. He in a report, press conference that he held this week, he's taking ownership of it. He knows what he did. He's got to take it and live with it. And he turns out to be a stand-up guy in that way.
Stand up, bend over, whatever.
Yeah. But, I mean, he don't hide it. And then, it had got to the point to where... And you could see this coming because it was getting to the point to where he couldn't go to Berkeley and do a...
Well, how much more liberal could UC Berkeley get?
Well, that's why they didn't want him there. And, I mean, they set their own school on fire. And that's... Keep it up, guys. California, you're really...
UC Berkeley's an ultra-rich school. These are people that don't have any respect for anything. I mean, that's a generational thing, but when you throw money on top of that, I mean, you got these little hood rats out here that don't have any respect for anything, and they don't have anything to have any respect for. But then you put people like UC Berkeley who have a ton of money because it costs $40,000, $50,000, and you actually have to be pretty fucking intelligent to get into the damn thing to begin with. You have a freaking rich kid with no respect for anything. That's what happens. They set shit on fire because there's no consequences. Daddy'll write a check and get him a lawyer or donate to build a new wing or some shit. You know what they started doing out there?
What? The feminist groups out there in Berkeley? Or they've taken on the call Allah Akbar.
I heard something about that.
This is how goddamn stupid these folks are. How do you get to this point to where the most oppressive religion on the face of the planet, and this is what feminists adopt? I mean, I don't get it. These people, why? What are they doing?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Allah Akbar means God is great. I'm pretty sure that's what that means.
Okay.
And so I'm not quite sure how that fits into what they're trying to...
Well, these are the most unreligious, evil
even
people.
If they...
I mean, lesbians are scary.
Well, yeah. But what are they trying to... I know they're against all the Islamophobic and all that kind of stuff, but what do they think?
Well, they think they're going to be treated better under Sharia.
Are they familiar with Sharia
surely
law?
the fuck they have to be. How can you not be? How can you be at UC Berkeley and not know where the most oppressive fucking place on earth is and want to bring it here? I know you guys are smart out there in Berkeley. Look it up on YouTube. Just say Saudi Arabia. Right, just type it in and...
Yeah, you have no rights. Keep yourself covered. All this other crap. Allahu Akbar is an Islamic phrase, as we mentioned, and it literally translates from Arabic into Allah is greater, or Allah is the greatest, depending.
Or, okay. Well, I mean, good.
Yes.
What that has to do with bringing Sharia onto your campus. I mean, how stupid or liberal? I mean...
Oh, you gotta love Urban Dictionary. Have you ever looked at Urban Dictionary?
Oh, dude. I love Urban. Adam Carolla's
Top
got some funny
definition
shit.
on Urban Dictionary for Allah Akbar is Arabic for I love to take it in the ass.
Oh, yes.
Generally shouted by suicide bombers before they pull the switch.
Yes. Little boy, camel, goat fuckers.
Yeah.
Please enjoy all that fine, fresh goat pussy. Stupid. Feminist.
I thought you were a feminist.
I tried.
Okay.
They booted me. They just wouldn't take.
But you got the right equipment. I don't understand.
Dang.
Fuck you up there.
This is why I get sidetracked.
Not quick on the uptake like me.
No.
Actually, that's a intoxicated sobriety thing.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
He's intoxicated. I'm sober.
Yes.
So, not for lack of trying.
Right. Care anything about John McCain?
I didn't care anything about John McCain 12 years, 8 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
8 years ago or 4 years ago, didn't care anything about him.
I like the fact that he was like a ace pilot.
Yeah.
After that, I mean, this guy, the way he's going after Trump, I expect him to just disappear.
Well, I mean, he's been a senator for 100 years now, right? I mean, he is one of the longest. He's in it's in the 30-year
end
range.
of World War II.
Yeah, yeah. No, he was an ace pilot. Plane was shot down. He was a prisoner of war, which is why he can't raise his arm anywhere past level.
Yeah.
That's why he always had that Hitler thing kind of going on.
Okay, got you. Yeah,
Yeah, that was because of damage. I don't know. I don't know what type of torture.
You seen the video of the ship that he was on? He was actually in the fighter on the deck of the ship, and the damn plane next to him caught fire, dropped a bomb under his plane. As the bomb goes off, he's the guy who dives out and runs across the deck of the fucking carrier.
No.
I mean, this dude's serious.
Wow.
He's serious. No, he's a true hero when it comes to
good for
shit.
him. No. That's where you hit the ejector seat and just hope for the best.
Yeah,
huh?
that's exactly what ended up happening. Yeah. Because the whole deck, I think they lost like 40 or so firemen.
Oh, no shit. No, I hadn't heard about that. Yeah.
It's right there
That's
on
a damn
the
shame.
deck of a carrier.
Yeah. Have we had Russia dive bombing any carriers since Trump took over? Nothing. I know we've talked about this.
No, it all went flat. That secret sub that was off of Connecticut has gone away. Really, there's been no speak of Russia.
Well, now Russia is fighting, and hopefully we don't get involved in the whole Crimea thing. They're wanting Crimea back, and
I went and I did some investigating on that. You know this. Okay.
you and I talked about it.
Sure, okay. What I have come to find out is that Crimea, there's nothing to fight over. It was always Russian.
Okay,
and the people who are there want to be Russian. The problem is...
The Ukraine doesn't want to give it up?
Yes. It's kind of like China and Mongolia, right? It's the same place, but they built a wall between each other.
So like North Korea versus South Korea?
Yeah, similar to that kind of deal.
Okay.
And
Guatemala.
when the Russians move into Crimea, they're just moving laterally into their country. Why this is an alert to anybody. And the people who are there...
So it's like the Californians going to Catalina Island?
Yeah, similar to that. Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
Let them go. You want to live 26 miles off into the ocean? Go for it.
Yeah, please, feel free. Helicopter in and out every day. It's fun.
Yeah, whatever.
CPAC's Beach.
I heard it was happening. I didn't hear the details of it.
Trump, as usual, was on point. He was pretty much laying it out as direct as the sumbitch knows how.
Well, yeah, this isn't his first job like it was for some people.
Are we talking community organizers? I created my own position. Yes. Acorn. I created Acorn. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
I lost track. Again, I'm
CPAC.
intoxicated. Yes, CPAC.
CPAC. You heard the speech I didn't. Fill me in, brother.
And I mean, he laid it out. I mean, the wall is underway, and it's going to happen fast. And we're going to deregulate some of these stupid, regulations that keep things from getting done. I mean, I don't know if this is a good idea or bad. I appreciate the fact that I get clean water and clean food, but I mean, it seems like
wouldn't if you lived in Detroit.
Yeah.
Or Flint, whatever. Yeah. Yes. Same shit.
The land of Michael Moore. Dude, there couldn't have been a bigger scumbag. I get why he is the way he is. He's starting to drink that water at a real young age.
Hey, look, the water is chewy. It's good for me. I like to chew my water.
Excellent.
My siblings grew up in Southern California.
Really?
And and their water was always chewy.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it wasn't brown or any of that kind of crazy shit that Flint had going on. But yeah, it was always chewy.
Where I find the shittiest water is that old sulfur water down in Florida. You can taste it in the soft drinks. I mean, it's in the showers. That shit's, oh God, I hate that shit.
Most of the sulfur water places comes from it being not city water, but being
it's garbage.
What the hell? From it being a
coming out of a spring.
A spring, thank you, spring. Yes. Yeah, and you're the intoxicated one. Great.
Yes. Yeah.
But it is 2:41 in the freaking morning.
Yes, it is, and it's about 800 degrees inside the damn meth lab here, and
well, that's because normally we don't cook meth and do a show at the same time.
Right. Producer Ann is back there right now,
laying bricks
together. Yeah, you're gonna have to open that door.
Yeah, something.
But
I'm getting a contact high from just the fumes, for God's sakes.
Yeah. I was headed somewhere. Yeah, but Crimea, I mean, it's a non-issue. I mean, I don't understand why we
it's going to be an issue.
Well,
Putin's going to blow somebody off the goddamn planet.
Yeah.
It's going to be an issue. There will be hell to pay. Get it? See what I did there? Hell to pay.
Sweden. Back to Sweden. That's a frustrating situation. And, I was looking on the map the other day, and I wanted to find out how far they have to travel.
I know, we looked at that together.
These migrants. I mean, they're traveling.
Well, that's how
they're going through border after border after border to go to Sweden and infiltrate that place. And it's like, how in the fuck? I can't cross the state line without having my ID checked and frisked and shit. I damn sure can't go into the airport. And these fuckers just freely travel through Europe from country to goddamn. How do you do that?
The problem with you is every time you get stopped, you ask for ask for the cavity search. That's the problem. Like, well, officer, I may have just shoved a crack pipe up my ass. How about I bend over and you?
Damnedest thing I ever saw was a dude who he had a criminal record and he put a bottle of pepper spray.
Oh God.
And
please no.
And it went off, and it was on 1,000 Ways to Die, and that's the one that stood out to me. It was Jesus like, holy Christ. Shit, this dude set his asshole straight on fire.
So, we mentioned it before. I used to run security for a group of nightclubs down in Atlanta, and we had this drunk dude one day, and he wrestled around with us a little bit.
I can relate.
Yeah. We had this drunk dude one night. Anyway, he wrestled around with us a little bit. We drug him out to the front, and there's 4 security guards and a uniform APD officer, and I'm like, all right, we're going to release you, and you're going to walk away, right? He just nods his head. Okay. I release him. He takes one step, and he turns around, and he grabs the smallest one of us. Unfortunately for him, that was the cop. So he rips the cop's shoulder mic off of his shoulder. They're wrestling around a little bit, and before any of us could do anything. The cop spins him, gets him in a headlock, has his mace open, and dumps the entire can of mace 2 inches from this guy's eyes. Goes from bull to bitch like that.
You ain't shitting.
And he is a crying, snotting mess.
You ain't shitting. Ooh, I got bad sinuses. I can't even imagine that, dude.
So full on. This isn't pepper spray. This is commercial OC spray.
Yeah, they can fire it at a wasp nest.
Yeah, exactly. And so they have to call
he's douching this guy's eye sockets with it.
And so this is right at the entrance. And so he unloads this whole fucking thing into this guy's face, nose, and all this. It's horrible. Good. And so he just falls to the ground, snotting and crying all over himself. Yeah. So he won't get up and move. Hey, why you do that? Blah blah blah. So we grab him by his legs and we just drag him off to the side, out of the way, until the ambulance comes. And they've got that thing to, they've got the solution to clear him out. So I went, and I only touched his legs, which, by the way, never actually touched directly, were never actually sprayed. And I went in and I washed my hands like several times in a row. I scrubbed them. I washed my hands several times throughout the night. But this is early. This is like 9 o'clock. Yeah. So I'm driving home from the club. It's like 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, no.
I'm driving up 85.
I've done this.
And it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I've been up 24 hours at this point. I go to rub my eyes, and that shit somehow is still. I almost wrecked my fucking truck going up 85 at 70 miles an hour.
I did that same shit.
God, that burned so fucking bad. We're talking about 9 hours later, 8 hours later, whatever the hell it was, and that shit burned so bad. I'd rather be tased. I'd probably rather be shot if it wasn't a lethal shot.
I'm scared of electricity. I watched them Faces of Death when I was a kid. And the thing I remember most about it is the execution by electric chair.
And he didn't die?
Oh, it was fucking brutal, dude. You know, I remember thinking at one time, and I think everybody did, electric chair's too good for him. No, fuck, it's not, man. That shit is goddamn horrifying. They'd sit there and shook, and they did it, and then he didn't go, and the damn doctor said no, and they hit that son bitch again. They kept hitting him until his eye sockets bled, and that's when they turned it off. And it was like, dude, no, I don't want no taser.
Oh, wow.
That shit's no fun.
That's ridiculous. I saw at a warehouse distribution center I worked at, I won't name because it's not fair to them, 15 years ago, a guy was taking the panel off of a 960 power station that came in. It was like a distribution block. 960 volt power station.
Yeah.
He was taking the front panel off, and dude is taking the panel off of the front of this thing, and he's not going to do anything.
You're talking about one of these big electrical boxes with great big switches that operate like entire buildings and shit. Gotcha.
Right.
This is that big shit.
Right, 960 volts. So normally what you see is 110, 220, 480, 3
I've seen the 480s when you recharge them forklifts and shit.
Yeah. So this is 960.
Oh, this is big shit.
Yeah. So he unscrews.
This is the size of an elevator.
Yeah. It's the size of the panel's the size of the refrigerator. So he unscrews it and he's going to take it out. And I suggest, I don't know, maybe you lock this sumbitch out. Maybe you turn it off.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, we'll be fine. I'm not going to touch anything on the inside. I just want to check a meter that's in there. And he takes it off. He steps back about 1.5 feet, takes about 2 steps backwards. And they have this funny thing called arc flash. And it jumped from him.
It doesn't sound fun.
It wasn't fun for him.
It doesn't sound like something I'd want to fuck with.
It jumped from the panel, the static buildup. Yeah. Jumped from the panel to the thing that he was holding. No gloves,
I'm not gonna be able to
nothing. Sleep. And it shot him back 20 feet. It threw his ass 20 feet.
Yeah.
He survived, but he is lucky.
Oh, he survived?
He survived that.
Oh, I wouldn't want to.
No.
That is not even an option.
Yeah. Kill me. Get it over with.
Yeah, heard tell of a guy, I think it was through a church some time back, and he was...
Well, that's where you pick up all your women, isn't it?
It's family reunions. Ladder touches an overhead line, and it just instantly blew his arms and legs off. I mean, you throw him in the ocean, and it's just a bob.
Dallas Copper Thieves. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, dude, yeah, I got a good story about that, too. Yeah.
I'm gonna show you the picture. Go ahead.
No shit.
Tell your story.
Oh, they set up a motocross track down at the spot when I lived on the south side down there, and they had just installed new lights and just redid it. And it's a grand opening, the first race of the year, and it's going to be a big thing. The same guy who installed the copper that runs from light post to light post went out there later in the night and hit that sumbitch with some bolt cutters, and it blew him in. He was liquefied instantly, and his buddy who was under him lost his mind. He couldn't believe that he watched this dude explode like a fucking balloon. And
Yeah, that's what happens.
and they're the idiots that installed the shit, you know.
That is what happens.
I bet they were sober when they installed it. They were probably impaired when they come to go get it back. But that shit's horrifying. I do not like electricity.
I'm very respectful of electricity. Just because I've seen it kill people before.
My crazy brother, he was hooking up a redneck phone outlet in his bedroom back when it was cool to have a home phone in your bedroom.
I had my own line. I remember that.
Yeah,
It was cool.
It was
So
he's stripping lines using his
cool.
teeth, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
It's
as
low
the
voltage,
phone
but so is a
rang.
9-volt. That shit'll still shock
But when that
you.
some bitch,
Dumb
when
motherfucker.
when you receive a call through your cheeks, it does light up the inside of your mouth.
That's
Dude, that
funny.
was so funny.
That's funny.
Immigration, what you think? Where we at?
Immigration. Well, people are going to get deported. That's they're breaking the law, and that's what happens when you break the law.
Well, I know the claim is that if you're a law-abiding citizen, it doesn't matter if you're here legally or not.
Well, no,
they're
he's-
not going to hunt you down.
No. They're going to start with the drug dealers and the people that are.
Sometime in the future, I want to have a guest who is close to this issue. Hun, you know who you are. She's going to work it out to where she can be here one evening, and it would be fun. So we need to do that. Hun, as soon as I know you're listening, as soon as you hear this, just give me a call. I do want to see the wall built.
You know, they already started building it.
Oh yeah, I know Obama built large sections of it. itself.
649 miles.
That's pretty substantial. Was it in a place that it actually did any good?
Well, it was from Baja over through into Arizona.
Okay. Oh, that's 600 miles.
649 miles. 649.
Is it a big,
miles.
beautiful wall like we're being sold? now?
It's a double fence.
Oh, that's right.
Trying to find this damn.
You're still looking for that picture?
I am, dude. What's our celebrity news going to be? Given what our time
Well,
frame
I think we
is.
kind of already got into that. I'm just ready for them all to leave, and I really want to ignore the
That's not
Oscars.
news.
Really
We knew
bad.
you were ready for them to leave.
But it is Daytona weekend. Keep that in mind.
Oh, yeah, we chalked that up to I don't give a fuck.
Not many people do. I get it. Leah Pritchett run a 374. She's now the fastest person on the quarter mile. 374 is getting it. That's 334 miles an hour
Holy shit.
in a quarter mile. Hun, that's getting it done.
Rolling.
Drag race season starts.
I found the picture. It's fucking raw. I'm gonna haunt your
Holy
dreams with that shit.
Shit.
Yeah, here's an idea. Like, we know copper is valuable, and people will do crazy
What
things.
is this? What was this?
Telephone pole?
I understand, but what is that got burned? Is that a human or is it a calf or what?
It was 2 humans.
That is a human. Mm-hmm. Oh shit! This is why I don't fuck with electricity, folks. Oh God, this is not getting better, dude. Where do you find such grimmage?
You say that and you look in the mirror too, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Every day.
Holy
I
shit!
hope that haunts your dreams.
Send me that damn link because I'm gonna have to look at
This
that
is
when I'm
just-
sober.
this
God
is
damn,
just
that
an
was fucking
email.
nauseating.
This is just an email. I will forward it to you, though.
Yeah, I gotta have it. Damn, that's
I will forward
nasty.
this to you.
that is ugh.
Yeah,
I don't
bro.
fuck with electricity. I don't even like messing with wires in cars, dude. That shit is just so.
There you go.
I watch
It's
all
all
those
yours.
car rebuilding shows, and the guys who I kind of envy, but at the same time, I don't give a shit. They're the guys who do the wiring. I mean, they start from nothing and wire these some bitches in with bungs, and it's monitoring every function of that vehicle.
one of my very best friends back home. That's his job. That's what he owns his own business. He does it for a living. Now he does a lot of like remote starts and stereo systems and stuff like that. And stereos are his passion, but he is an electrical genius. The dealerships call him when they have problems they can't fix.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is just that fucking good. He's just amazing. And the stuff he does with audio,
Yeah.
it's beyond.
But you know what?
explanation.
It's almost a lost art to be that good with it, because now the stereo system is such an integral part of what the whole car does that it can't be swapped out. You better have a Bose from the get-go, because that's all you're ever going to have.
No,
You can change out speakers, but that damn head unit's got to stay.
So he actually has a friend that he worked with 20 years ago when he was getting his start, that is so deep into how things work from the capacitors and all that stuff that are built into it, that he can take a factory head unit apart,
that motherfucker to pieces,
and change out, the capacitors and whatever needs to be changed out. It's pretty awesome stuff. So you keep that factory look, but it has the sound quality from something else.
And they can probably hide the amps right there in the.
Oh yeah, he does everything. I've got some.
Okay,
I've got some pretty awesome old vacuum tube. Yeah, no, not records, but some old vacuum tube radios and stuff like that. And they just have a sound that's
that cracking.
It's not a cracking. It's just a natural raw sound that you just don't get anymore. I mean, kind of like the crack of a of a record.
Yeah,
it is kind of like that. But they have a warmth to them once the tubes get warmed up, and it's just.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
in a roundabout way.
Yeah. All right, brother. Well, we are about out of time.
I'd like to finish up with "fuck you" to the Oscars. Take all that you have.
And but I think things went well.
How'd we do?
I think we did good. I think things went well. We got to introduce the show a little bit more professionally, and now that we finally got a little bit of a direction, so we'll drop that information one last time. It's sincetrump.libsyn.com. That's LIBSYN. All the shows are on there. We're in the process of getting on the iTunes, and we are on a couple other apps as well, Stitcher.
And feel free to email us.
Yes, Puto and G dot,
at gmail.com.
Or at gmail.com. Yes, thank you. He's looking forward to it.
Yeah,
he's looking forward to having a fan.
Yeah. Just one.
That's all he needs.
A pen pal.
It's all he needs. Don't you have enough pen pals? We're not too far from one.
I don't have a lot of friends.
I can't understand why. Oh, wait. Yes, I can. All right, brother. Let's wrap this up, and we'll do this again next week.
I know I sound better.
We all sound better, and we're going to sound better again next week.
I'm not coming through the back door.
Yeah, just taking it at the back door. All right.
You
have a good night.
done?